Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Curtain Steel in Supreme Roller Ultimate. In previous episode we got the new research center completed. We started work on the next one. We did build up a little bit more coal power, started on a bit more industrial goods production. And also the hydropower plant is actually not that far from being completed, so that's good. We did also do a lot of trade deals in Central America in here. We're trying to slowly get a little bit more influence over here if possible. I don't know if we'll be actually managing it, but we'll certainly give it a try. Oh right, we do have Venezuela in here, which we are trading quite a bit with. They got notable debt level. That's not good. I believe we are already trading with them for something, or maybe not. Can we get maybe... not a full transit treaty, maybe some sea transit and supply? No. Now there's just basically nothing that they want from me. Well, I suppose what I can do is at least support their government a little bit. And then we've got a few nations over here that are actually somewhat friendly towards us. Also, we were trading with Cuba, weren't we? I don't know if it lists the trade deal somewhere. Yeah, there's still a fair bit of time left on that. The coal production that we have, we might have to increase at some point. Right now it will do. The metal ore price, okay, the production cost is going down, but the global price is also dropping. Not to mention we're selling a decent chunk of it, I suppose. Oh right, this should actually be going a little bit higher for the minimum sell price. And we are selling quite a bit of the surplus. I'm going to reduce this to like 90%, so we'll leave like 10% roughly for our own needs there. Honduras moved to the NATO line from NATO leading. Okay, so that's still switching back and forth. Trade with Syria for some more rubber and more petroleum to Austria. Okay, that's good. Well, the more they buy from me, the better relations we'll have, and eventually they'll probably start leaning towards us. And that would be nice. Spreading our influence one state at a time. Oh, we got our research done. Oh, right, that's the strategic bomber that we were pretty close to getting completed already last episode. And yeah, we'll probably get a few research done. Research reactors is now underway. That's going to be a bit of an expensive research though. Oh wow, yeah. It's a good thing that we got a bit of a cash reserve right now, because otherwise we'd be having some problems. It looks like the ruling party in Finland is actually doing fairly well in their elections, but that's fine. Oh, there we go. We got the industrial goods production, all the factory completed in here. We still got a little bit extra electricity available. Did we get the... oh, we did get the hydro plant completed. So that's probably what is keeping us afloat there right now. Oh, Jordan wants to buy some coal from us. 7 days for... oh. Yeah, we'll start also accepting trade deals from them. If they want to trade with me, I'm okay with that. So consumer goods is something that we should probably increase next. So we'll build that, and we'll also build a little bit more coal power plants. I think that's going to be our best bet right now. So another two over there, once these are completed, which probably isn't going to take all that long. And same with that one. And then we'll probably get another hydro power plant over here in... what? We can't fit it in Voronezh, actually. We could fit it in over there, I suppose. Let's just take these three and move them down that way already. And we got the surface-to-air missiles completed. It's actually, well, I suppose it's not going to be available see through there. So that's the buildings that we started working. Jordan. Oh yeah, that's the trade deal that we accepted manually. But yeah, we're doing a lot of trade, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of money out of it. I mean, we get a decent... oh, unemployment is now 4.5. Okay, we might want to stop building too much right at this moment. We've got that one underway, these two underway, that one underway. So the research center, the coal power, and the consumer goods. Now, to be fair, the consumer goods production, if we get another factory, that should increase the values quite a bit. We might need... oh, actually, how much are we using construction? It was about 1,000 tons. So without construction, we would be making a little bit extra industrial goods, but probably not enough. So we'll have to do something about that later on. And we're getting about 30 million from sales taxes. That's about a third of our income in terms of taxation. And of course, there's also the domestic sales. We get 100 million from there. Polymerization improvements. Alright, let's have a look at the research tree. Is there anything new in there right now? No, I think it was things that we already had in the research queue. We got still many things in there. Including the satellites is already queued up there, so we're just trying to get all the way through, basically. Well, that's alright. Oh, the T10 is underway. Is this any good? Seems to be fairly good. Land combat has got... Oh. Fortification attack is 38. 23 against soft targets and 29 against hard targets. Close call or close attack is 19. It's got a little bit closer air attack as well. And surface attack, so against Navy, but the range isn't massive. It can spot for 17 kilometers, so at least 2 hexes away, depending on the terrain, of course. And combat time 12. There's basically 12 rounds of combat that it can do before it needs to resupply and rest a little bit. But that's not too bad. Well, let's put it this way. We've had a lot worse units in various other playthroughs. Oh. Syria has moved non-aligned Warsaw Pact and Warsaw Pact leading from non-aligned. Okay, so it flipped back and forth there real quick. But we're doing a lot of trading with them, so I'm guessing they will stay mostly aligned towards us. We could, of course, give them the refrigeration for fairly cheap. That is going to be somewhat useful, I'd say. The research reactors, I hope that we can research that as quickly as possible. Oh, we went to non-aligned again. I think tomorrow it's going to switch back. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, let's try giving this for free then. It's 150 million. I don't know. Well, I mean, I think they did accept that. Yeah, they did. And China is buying more military goods. The price is fairly equal in there, so we're not really losing a lot of money. The government in Egypt is facing growing opposition from the military. At the very least, this will impact their effectiveness in battle and could lead to mass desertions or a coup. Oh. How bad is their military approval rating? It's 85%. It's not really that bad. They're not aligned to anyone, though. Oh. They're one of the few nations in Africa that is not aligned to anyone. So how about we start doing some trades with you? Is there anything that you need in particular? Coal. Well, you are in luck. You don't necessarily have a massive amount of cash, but put that in there. That's going to keep them somewhat happy, I reckon. Oh, the military production level 30 is going to be the next one to be put into the research queue. Well, that's good. What was the laser? Oh, right, that's for the laser stuff, and then from... but first we need to get this for the laser. Alright. Well, we'll work on it. We have been losing a little bit of cash in here, but I suppose... Now we did some really good trades there. Is there... I thought we just sold massive amounts by chance. It may have been... Oh, right, we need to increase the sell price over here a little bit. Because the production cost is so high. So look at the consumer goods. Oh, right, consumer goods we're no longer buying. Probably not selling... Oh, yeah, no, that price isn't all that good. But if we produce more consumer goods, then yeah, we'd be able to sell a lot. Are we still buying some? I suppose we are, and selling a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the auto sales to 90% of the surplus. Just so that we can build up a little bit of stockpile. Nothing massive, but just enough to keep things moving. And looks like we haven't got on the coal power plants yet, but we did get that one. Let's move with the engineers to complete that. How is the unemployment now? It's 4.3%, so we should probably hold off from building more things right now. It'll get better soon. Oh, we got the T10. Let's go ahead and start building some of those somewhere. Over here we got no, we don't actually have production here yet. So the T10, it's only 69 days. I suppose it is still a little bit higher than one would expect, but yeah, it's not too bad. We'll start producing some of those. We'll have some pretty good stuff there. Is there any good infantry that we could pair it with? I mean, there's the combat engineers, which aren't too bad. This person might be slightly better in close, yeah, the better close quarters combat, so for assaulting places that might be better. Got the paratroopers, but those are not all that great. I think we'll start getting some personnel in there then. Oh, and Peru wants to buy some coal, is it? Yeah, okay, we'll auto accept that. And and we're... Oh, Romania is selling us some consumer goods. For 7 days, not a bad price, actually. We'll buy it. Still losing a bit of cash, though, but I suppose once we get the research reactors done in about 6 months or so, it should be fine. I mean, we are losing about 20 million per day, I think. Oh, now we gained a little bit. Alright. Well, it can be sometimes a bit of mystery. Now, how is the military... not military. Industrial goods, we're still using quite a bit on the construction work, but we do need a bit more production for the consumer goods. Canada wants to buy some military goods. They're offering a good price. You know what? I'll start auto-accepting trade deals with them. If we do a lot of good trades with the members of the NATO, then we might start reducing the NATO influence on those, basically the USA's influence on those nations as well. We don't necessarily have to fight them. We just need to... Honestly, what we need to do is probably increase the things like coal and metal ore production. Because those are going to be very, well, not necessarily profitable, but easy ways to get a lot of good reputation with a nation by selling things that they need in bulk. Because they don't necessarily cost that much, so they can afford trading for those. And they need it, or they need those usually quite a bit. It's the productions over here, so we've got the combat engineers and this business being produced there. Alright. What else do we have as production locations over here? We've got this one, which isn't producing anything. Let's go ahead and get some T-10s over there. We'll get some combat engineers, personnel. We'll get some air defense as well. Which one is going to be the better one? This is going to be better at defending against the enemy airstrikes. Ooh, 31 and 15. No, this is better. Right, so we'll get one of those, and we'll get some artillery, I think. Which would probably be this one. Yeah, we'll start producing those over here as well. So that's going to be a bit more used for our military goods, which, to be fair, means that we'll have a little bit less to trade with, but I think it'll be fine. Now, we're just producing those troops into sort of reserves, so we're not going to... Oh! Okay, Switzerland is 2 days apart. We'll accept that. They're offering good money. And then we'll put auto-accept on that. So basically it just means that we'll be auto-accepting deals in the future. I don't know if... well, it probably would have been fine just put auto-accept on the first one. Come to think of it, but... I figured I'd take it safe and just do it on the second one. Because it might toggle it, and if I put auto-accept on both, then it might cause some issues, or it might not. I might be a bit paranoid in that regard. Right, so how bad is the unemployment now? 4.2%. Yeah, that is still going down. Are we making any progress over there? It's coming along fairly quickly, actually. But yeah, no, we need to wait for the population to increase a little bit. It's not going up all that quickly. Well, I suppose it is about 400,000 per year right now. Oh, United States and Austria have, or Australia, sorry, not Austria, have formed an alliance. I was selling rubber to, and petroleum, so rubber to Syria and petroleum to Austria. I mean, that's alright. Sphere change. Aha! Oh, wait, no, this is bad. NATO leaning sphere, influence from non-aligned for Cuba. We were trading with them, but I guess not enough. I suppose they're doing a lot of more things in there as well. Let's see. Iraq, you do like me. I'm just wondering if I could get some sort of deals going on here. What about land transit? No. Line of sight treaty? No. Formal alliance? No. Okay, well, there goes that plan. Oh, and Afghanistan is now a Warsaw Pact leaning from the Warsaw Pact alliance, so we just lost another one from the main alliance itself. We're down to 19 total. Yeah, that's not great. I'll be honest. I'm not really good at managing all this. So I may have taken a task that I mean, there is ways to do it, of course. We just need to conquer a lot of the nations and make them puppets. That just On the other hand, as it removes a lot of the nations from the pool, it doesn't necessarily make them aligned towards us. I remember that the spheres thing has been a bit of a... well, not necessarily always working as intended. I sort of wanted to at least showcase how it does work. Or doesn't at times. Look, Yugoslavia has got a lot of money at least. Austria's got a decent chunk as well. Germany, is this... oh, you got some techs over there. We'll buy that, and then we can start selling you some techs of our own. Like the antibiotics, for example. Oh, they rejected it. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. How about we give it another try? Oh, now it's 64. Okay, so I suppose our relations fell down just a little bit. Immunization advances. 20 million. Nothing massive, but hey, it's gonna help. Multiple vaccines. There we go. We're getting a lot of trade deals done. Now, to be fair, that's with a nation that we already have good relations with. Polymerization advances. Let's do... or sell that to the Swedes, and maybe Finns could also buy something. Still need to get some more nations into our sphere, though. So let's start focusing down on the small nations down here. Is there anything that you need in particular? You got plenty of metal ore, coal ore you don't have... do we have any trade deals going on right now? No, so we could sell some coal for you again. You got a pretty good stockpile of it, though. Petroleum you could use a bit more. You do produce timber, you don't produce a lot of rubber. I suppose if we sell like 90 days, just a little bit of rubber should be pretty decent. El Salvador, do you need rubber? Yeah, you do. And Nicaragua, well, they like me, but it's not much. I suppose I could just give them things that they need. Like petroleum, they got a decent stockpile of that. They got some coal, metal ore. So I'm going to give them metal ore for 90 days. Not massive amounts, like maybe 1,000 or about 2,000 tons per day. What about Costa Rica? Is this something that you need? You got plenty of metal or no coal? You don't need coal either. Don't have a massive amount of petroleum. How about I gift you some petroleum then? So 90 days. Just a very small amount. I think they will accept that. If nothing else, they can always sell some of that. Right, so that's the trade deal for the petroleum. That's the metal ore. The rubber. More rubber. And then there's the tech deals that we did for Sweden and Finland. Still supporting Iran. And tech deals with Germany. Romania is... oh. Okay. We're losing more control on Europe here. We're still allied with them, to be fair. Is there anything that they need in particular? Maybe rubber. I'm pretty sure that they got... yeah, they got plenty of food. That's actually something I haven't really checked about, is how is our food production? Not too shabby, actually. I need to lower the price over here a little bit, but of course... oh, wow, yeah, we've got 60 million that we haven't sold. Right. How bad is the domestic price? It's only 60%. That's probably alright. Who are the nations buying most? Wait, why are we buying food? We've got more than plenty of it. Oh, we're probably getting that from our puppets, aren't we? Right. That's probably what's happening. Okay, so Japan is also getting a lot from... Czechoslovakia is buying quite a bit. We could probably start trading food directly into Czechoslovakia then. Well, you got pretty good stockpile in there, but you might need some more. Let's go ahead and... maybe not quite that much. Let's say about 7,000. What are you offering in return? 38 million. Okay, that's not terrible. What about Germany? You got plenty of production there. Never mind. Poland. You got plenty of production. So is there any other nations that are in dire need of food? Probably not. It's just the food production for us is more expensive than the market price. That's a bit of a problem. Plus, if we're buying so much from our puppets anyway, I'm going to reduce the food production a little bit more. We don't have a massive unemployment right now, so we can't really expand our productions that much. Right, at least the Czechoslovakians accept the trade deal for the food. Let's actually have a look about the other nations in here. Just trying to figure out, so China might want to buy some. Oh, they're getting it, like they got the production. Oh, timber from... Oh, India wants to buy some timber. Sure, I'll auto-accept that. Sphere change. Okay, Venezuela is now non-aligned. So in the end, we'll probably have just me in NATO, and I'll just have to conquer everything in the world. Alright. So that's going to be a change of tactics soon, I reckon. Okay, Stalingrad, we want to start producing more troops here. Let's get some tanks. And then maybe some recon units as well. That's got a pretty good range of recon. Start making some of those. Not necessarily the best unit in all aspects, but it'll do. We're here, we've got plenty of productions. Oh, right, we're getting the IS-2Ms. Alright then. And where else do we have productions in the vicinity? Got that one, but these start to get pretty far away. We could, of course, build some troops in here. Especially like the... Get some supply trucks in here, actually. And then maybe some artillery, I suppose. And this one's producing 5 units at a time. Yeah, there we go. So the amount of military goods that we spend is growing. That should be fine, though. But as I did specify in the first episode about the goal is not really to do a world conquest, but just have 2/3 of the world be either, or at least 2/3 are either leaning or aligned, and at least 1/3 of the world nations are aligned. Generally speaking, if there's only one nation and it's aligned, then, well, no, there's got to be more than one. There's still going to be some of the Warsaw Pact out and about, no doubt. We just need to make sure that we actually keep good relations with them. I'm not entirely sure if we managed to do that all that well. So let's just start selling some text for our existing members. Okay, Hungary doesn't have a lot of cash. Bulgaria doesn't have a lot of cash. What about Albania? You probably have even less cash. I'm going to give you the refrigeration for free. And then Yugoslavia, you've got a lot of cash, so we can start selling... Oh, wow, you don't really want to pay much, do you? Oh, and India is buying... No, that's actually an old one. Military approval in Egypt is falling, alright. That is good to know. Let's just entrench these at the airfield here. There is West Berlin over here. They've got some troops in there. Nothing massive, mind you. It's a total of 7 units, which is basically as much as they can have there without them starting to spread. Or trying to spread, anyway. From that hex. Oh. Libya achieves independence from UK. Oh. Now, are they just rebelling, or did they actually get independence? No, they got independence. I shall support their independence. Maybe they'll like me a little bit. I'll also put in... Ooh, actually, is there any trade that they need in particular? They don't have much rubber production. No coal production, no metal ore production. I'm guessing they don't really have a lot of the productions that one could need. Not yet, anyway. I suppose, is there any sort of... no, there's not really that much things in their nation. There's a lot of oil, but that's about it, I think. Oh, well, actually, in that case, how's their food situation? It's not too bad, but I'm just going to give them a bit of food. Say 20,000. They don't really have a lot of cash. I'm just going to give that for free. The 20... Oh, wait. 20,000... Oh, bollocks. It still had the 90 days there. Alright, well, hopefully it's going to help them. It's going to also empty a lot of the stockpile over here. Well, we got over 200 million, so it's not really going to be that big of a emptying, but probably doesn't hurt. Right, so those I don't need to worry about. Poland, let's sell you some text, shall we? And Germany. Field iron microscope. Okay, another 60 million of the EU. Czechoslovakia is liking us a decent bit. Hungary is okay. Romania, we still need to do some deals with you. Let's sell you the radar, which is quite expensive tech, and you're not paying a lot of it. A lot for it, but I think it's got to be... Hold on a minute. Chile is buying some more metal ore. They're buying a lot of metal ore, actually, but they're also paying a ton of it. Or a ton for it. So that's not too bad. How is our economy doing right now? Unemployment is still 4.1%. Population hasn't grown that much. Alright. Domestic approval rating is 22.4. Luckily, we don't have elections, so we don't need to worry about it too much. It doesn't hurt having a good rating, though. Once we get the research reactors done, that's going to reduce a lot of the expenditure that we have. Oh, the military production is already underway. I mean, that's also a little bit expensive, so paying almost 50 million per day just for research. To be fair, for the expenses, that's... well, currently it's almost... Well, actually more than 20%. So yeah, it's definitely not cheap. We're still making the extra research center. Wait, no, not there. Around here, which is actually not that far off from being completed. Now we've got a full team of engineers here. I'm just going to make those into a group. It'll be slightly easier to set the entire group. Like so. If they somehow get spread, we can just easily bring them back together. So is there any... So there's a petrol power plant over there. Good to know. How are we doing since the coal consumption? We are using quite a bit for power and industrial goods. Speaking of power, we have a little bit of a deficit there. We are still buying as needed, so that's not necessarily a catastrophe. It could be a lot better. And then industrial goods, we are definitely buying a decent chunk. To be fair, the production cost is higher than the market price. So, yeah, I suppose... Oh, we're not actually buying all that much, are we? Put in the buy as needed to a little bit higher. Because we got pretty good stockpile, so... Oh yeah, sustainability, we can go with this speed for another 5.7 years. Yeah, I think by that point we've done some changes there. Right, selling some coal for Chile. And coal for Austria. And Saudi Arabia wants to buy some timber. Sure. Oh right, yeah, we've been supporting the government, haven't we? They are not aligning towards us yet, but we might be able to flip them away from there slowly but surely. Right, so Syria is no longer part of our faction here. Or even aligning to our faction, really. But we can probably still do some good deals with them. They are a dictatorship at least, so there's not going to be any election meddling. They've got a notable debt level. I don't know how much they have. Oh. 882 million in debt. Okay. West Germany and Belgium have made an alliance, alright. And support activities in Iran continue. Sold the tech for Syria and the trade deal with Saudi Arabia. So the research reactors are almost done. So does that actually unlock? Not directly. Then we're going to start doing the nuclear reactor design, which is going to unlock the... No, actually, is that... No, it's the commercial nuclear power that is going to be the one that we need. Which are not that far off. But yeah, then we can start producing nuclear power, which is going to be, at first, not necessarily all that efficient, but later on is going to be pretty good. But also, uranium is fairly... Oh, USA is basically the only one importing uranium right now. Huh. That reminds me, we do have missile production somewhere. Yeah, okay. So are we producing anything here? I don't think we are. Oh, we got the 10 kiloton nuclear bombs. We could do that. They cost quite a bit in uranium, though. I wonder, how many missiles do we have? I don't think we have actually all that many, do we? Oh, hold on a minute. Can we have a look at the other nations about their influences? Aha! Right, so Eastern Europe is mostly... Okay. Do we need to have... Oh, we need to have an air base. Or some sort of base selected. Or some sort of... Oh, hold on a minute. So how about if we go, for example, over here? We can see the influence... That's in Central Europe. I guess if we go for Western Europe, we can see that it's mostly nature influence. And if we go into Central America, how's this one then? Mostly nature influence. We got a little bit influence in there, just not enough. But anyway, we are definitely out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, bye bye.